This is English shorthand dictation number 369 and the dictation speed is 120 words per minute. Ready? Start. School education in India plays a pivotal role in shaping the future of the nation by providing a foundation for knowledge, skills, and character development. The education system in India is vast and diverse, catering to the needs of millions of students across the country. The school education system in India is divided into different levels, starting from primary to secondary and higher secondary education. Primary education forms the foundation of a child's learning journey and typically covers classes 1 to 5. The focus is on basic subjects like mathematics, language, science, and social studies. The upper primary education spans classes 6 to 8 and aims to build upon the foundation laid in primary education. Students are introduced to more advanced topics and subjects to prepare them for higher classes. Secondary education covers classes 9 to 10. Secondary education is crucial as it includes board examinations. The curriculum becomes more specialized, and students have the option to choose elective subjects based on their interests. Higher secondary education spans classes 11 and 12, where students pursue their chosen streams science, commerce, or arts. The focus is on in depth study of chosen subjects, preparing students for university education. Despite progress, the Indian education system faces challenges such as unequal access to quality education, obsolete curriculum, and the need for more practical and vocational learning. Efforts are being made to address these issues through educational reforms, including the introduction of the National Education Policy 2020, which aims to make education more inclusive, flexible, and relevant. One of the unique aspects of school education in India is its diversity. The country is home to a multitude of languages, cultures, and traditions. Schools often reflect this diversity, fostering an environment where students learn not just from textbooks but also from the rich tapestry of experiences that their peers bring to the classroom. School education in India serves as the foundation for a person's intellectual and personal development. While challenges exist, ongoing reforms and initiatives are striving to create a more inclusive, relevant, and holistic education system. As India continues to progress, the role of school education in shaping versatile individuals and contributing to the nation's growth remains paramount. The annual status of education report for 2023 gives a picture of children's schooling and learning outcomes in rural India. It shows that most children between the age of 14 and 18 have such a poor command of the basics that they are unable to even match the abilities expected of students of classes 2 or 3, with 25% of the children not able to fluently read any text in their regional language, over half of them failing to do simple division exercises, and more than 42% drawing a blank while reading simple sentences in English. It is imperative to introspect and come up with remedial steps. The findings are a wake up call to identify and plug the gaps in the teaching imparted to children in primary classes. Similar deficiencies have been exposed in various surveys conducted over the years, with the COVID 19 pandemic especially impacting studies as regular classes were disrupted. Rural students are a particularly disadvantaged lot, as issues plaguing government schools have remained unresolved for years. There is little that can be said for school infrastructural development. State governments continue to grapple with teacher absenteeism and vacant posts in schools located in remote or interior areas. The only positive outcome revealed by the annual Status of Education report is the expansion of digital literacy, as 90% of the respondents possess smartphones and know how to operate them, with boys having an edge over girls. Perhaps the key to improving literacy in the country is embedded in this finding. Policymakers could explore a hybrid teaching mode to reach out effectively to the rural children. The Central Board of Secondary Education has taken the lead in making a provision for holding examinations for classes 10 and 12 twice a year from the 2024-25 academic session. The first set of examinations is proposed to be conducted in November December, and if some students think that they could have done better, they can take the exam in February March to improve their performance, with the best scores being counted as the final result. This is in sync with the changes envisaged in the National Curriculum Framework as per the National Education Policy 2020. Having two options is expected to negate one adverse effect of the present system: the stress and anxiety associated with a single make or break examination. It is this pressure that has pushed many students to the brink and even forced some to end their life. This step by Central Board of Secondary Education is also intended to steer children away from rote learning and comprehensively assess their command of fundamental academic concepts and skills, allowing students the flexibility to choose their subjects rather than confining themselves to the traditional streams of science, commerce, and humanities is another laudable reform. This revamp of the school education system would be successful if it achieves its objectives and makes assessment and evaluation fair and equitable, bringing students from underprivileged sections of society on a par with their peers from better off families. Bridging the yawning gap between the two groups is imperative for the country to reap the demographic dividend. As the education framework ultimately shifts to a modular system for all classes, the problems faced by a large proportion of teen aged students whose basic reading, writing, and computing skills are poor may also be addressed.